And an opportunity for these guys to get loose, find the range. We're almost at game time, folks. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have a Monday night of basketball for you. Along with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. And we got a quick moment to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for John Collins.
Well, it's a downward trend, and that could be for many reasons. Maybe they're asking him to play different roles. Sometimes it's the guys around you. If you're playing alongside a great rebounder, there aren't as many boards to go around. So you really have to dig into the details to understand why this is happening.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. The perimeter tandem, Sexton and Miller. Then it's Mason Plumlee. Then it's Ball, and it's Salon in at the 4. And for the Clippers, here we go. Beal and Kawhi operate together on the wings. Collins at power forward, Zubats in the middle. And it's Dunn in at the point guard position. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Well, Grant, these days we're seeing this more in the league. A team doing the Los Angeles tour.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool, right? I mean, if you're going to come to L.A., you might as well make the most of it. Don't just take on the Lakers or the Clippers. Play them both.
Beal from outside. It's rebounded by Salon. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. The mood around the team right now on cloud 9, looking for their 13th win in a row.
You have to give a ton of credit to not only the coaching staff for having their group prepared to play nightly, but also a ton of credit to these players who have been solid with their rotations, who've been committed to both ends of the floor. Their depth has been apparent. This is a formidable team right now.
Now here's Ball. He's been a big scorer for this offense, averaging around 20 points a game. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, it seems like the entire Western Conference looked to bolster their front courts last offseason, and the Clippers were no different. Between trading for John Collins and signing Brook Lopez, they have substantially fortified their front line with size and skill.
A heavy veteran roster. All right, Shams, thanks for the update. So it's Los Angeles now. Following the bucket by the Hornets. Beal from outside. It's rebounded by Salon. The Hornets have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's Ball. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Ball's gotten his second bucket on the night.
LaMelo Ball able off the dribble to get into that jumper so fluidly there.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Moments ago, Tyronn Lue and I were able to chat. He had been watching highlights with the coaching staff, and they noticed LaMelo likes to pass from obscure angles. Coach told his team, you just can't relax out there. I want you looking for cutters everywhere. We'll see how prepared they are tonight. Back to you guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
Well, you have to love the patience by Kawhi right there. Use the pick-and-roll game to perfection.
Tries it from 19, and he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
Oh, phenomenal work right there. There's times, boy, he can be tough to check.
Inside, and it's slammed in by Zubats.
Yeah, if you allow Zubats positioning near the cup, look out. This is what you can expect.
The baseline J. It's rebounded by Zubats.
Well, this guy typically a nice touch from mid-range, but obviously can't make them all.
And Collins with the slam.
Just tremendous recognition from Collins there. Sees an opportunity to be a target at the rim, and his teammate puts it on time.
And Ball gets it to go. There's 10 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. 4 seconds left. And the play by Beal as he finishes it off for 2. Beal's got 5 points.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. It's Los Angeles up by 1. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Clippers.
They've been really going at the defense in the painted area, and so far the opposition really hasn't had an answer for them.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Derek Jones is out there with Brook Lopez. Then there's Bogdanovich. Then it's Miller, and it's Brown in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, this is his bread and butter, folks. You know he's going to be hounding every missed opportunity.
And so it's Bogdanovich with it. He brings it up for the LA Clippers. They trail by 1. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
And think about this. That game was really a coin toss. They were fortunate to have survived and picked up the win.
Well, perhaps just knowing that they can pull out a close game, the next time they're in that challenge, they can go in with a ton of confidence.
Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
Sexton against Miller to the paint. Outside Jones. The 3 is up. Drains the triple. Jones has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You know this, if you're open, you can count on Brook Lopez to find you. He uses his height to spot open teammates.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. John Collins checked in for Jones. Leonard comes in for Brown. Bradley Beal, he's checked in for Miller. And it's Dunn in for Bogdanovich. Charlotte also making some changes. Salon, he's checked in for James. And Miller subbed in for Mann. In today's game, it seems like running a good offense can come down to getting favorable switches doors.
It does, B.A. You see so many of the great teams, those competing for championships. What is their primary goal on offense? Find the weakest target defensively and go at them.
Beal's shot is off.
Boy, he won't miss many of those, but it certainly happens and did there.
Miller, again Charlotte.
6 of their last 10 points have come from that mid-range area.
Beal outside. Pass to Lopez. The Clippers rebound. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Fires from 14. Here's Sexton. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
And you have to appreciate the heart they've shown on the offensive boards this quarter.
Clippers trail by 4. Dunn outside. Pass to Leonard. Lets the 3 fly. And the Clippers miss again. For Charlotte, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Here's Sexton. Cans it from the wing. Sexton's got 6 here in the quarter. Now here's Beal. Playing Detroit, he was nearly unstoppable. Dunn outside. And that time also a missed shot. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And they've effectively guarded Kawhi Leonard all night. Not an easy task by any means. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
And we welcome you to halftime. First order of business, time to take stock of the All-Star voting.
It's always interesting to see what the fans are thinking out of the gate.
It's a long season. So many things can happen. Right now, it's mostly a popularity contest, but it's fun to talk about. And now let's roll it back to that first half. How about LaMelo Ball so far?
He's feeling it. Exploiting the gaps in the defense, getting high percentage looks.
Defensively, you have to find a way to seal those gaps because he's making it look too easy.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. LaMelo Ball with a strong contribution so far in this one.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Here's who Charles Lee is starting in the second half. The perimeter tandem, Sexton and Miller. Then it's Mason Plumlee. Then there's LaMelo Ball, and it's Salon in at the 4. And one of the standout skills for Colin Sexton, that little floater in the lane.
The floater is an invaluable tool for virtually every guard in the league because when you touch the paint, generally speaking, you have bigs rotating to you. But there are a lot of things to love about Colin Sexton. This guy is so intense defensively, a tremendous competitor, and he's really trying to grow that jump shooting aspect, which will be critical.
Now here's Collins. He has 7. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Collins has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Guys, LaMelo Ball is one of the most popular players with the younger generation, and I think it's the flair and the style and the freedom he brings to the game of basketball.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. And so Ball nails both of them.
Well, this is what we've come to expect from him, right? Excellence at the foul line.
Clippers trail by 5. Dunn outside. Leonard outside. His first shot coming late. Pulled the shot a little left. The bounce goes his way, though. Leonard's gotten his first basket of the night.
I'll tell you exactly the start to this half that you're looking for. He's taken 3 shots. He's made 3 shots.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys. The Clippers remain scrappy. James Harden said, in order for us to have a chance, we have to bring it every single night. One thing about this team, we're all happy for each other. It could be anybody's turn on a given night. Nobody's going to be upset, and even when we lose, we're still happy for each other. Brian, back over to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
And Kawhi, if you look at the numbers, is a consistent three-point threat, and this guy is capable in the clutch. Contest those opportunities.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in. Knippel's checked in for Charlotte. Shot from the wing. Sexton misses. Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 10-2 run here. Bogdanovich from long range. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
The Clippers lead by 3. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Pass to Zubac. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bogdanovich. Off the mark there with a 3. Miller against Bogdanovich. And Miller good for 3. Miller's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Oh, Brandon Miller showing off his range right there.
And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Leonard's checked in for Bogdanovich. Here's Beal. 5 points in the game. With the dunk.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
3 quarters of play and a close one here. It's the Hornets up by 1. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Collins at power forward, Zubac's in the middle. Beal and Kawhi operate together on the wings. And it's done in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Leonard up top, guarded by Miller. Kawhi finishes inside. So good at the rim.
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard has found so many ways to score. He can slip around you with his length. He can go through you with his strength. This guy's so tough to guard.
Ball fires. 19-footer is good.
He really thrives in high-pressure moments. That's a big-time play.
Now Zubac. Oh, the drop pass, and he dunks it down.
Huge size disadvantage for the defense. Might as well just get out of the way.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. Coach kept it calm, but direct. He said, quote, play smart, play our game. Don't worry about the score. Keep doing what we've been doing, and we'll be okay. Guys, back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Beal into the lane. Oh, the stuff!
Big time tough play by Beal right there. Unfazed by the foul.
Free throw drops for Beal.
That's exactly what this team needs right now, completing the and one.
LaMelo! Leonard there for the rebound. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Ball fires. Oh, can't hit the jumper. Well, Los Angeles shooting a fantastic 57%. Beal can't get the three. And so Sexton will bring it up for Charlotte. Miller outside, puts up the tray, and he nails it.
Well, the young sir, Brandon Miller, in a big moment. I got you, folks.
Now Collins. A thunderous two-hander with authority.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
LaMelo! He knocks down the jumper.
LaMelo living the life. That is a big-time bucket. Go ahead.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Leonard fires! And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Beal! The triple drops!
He's got to embrace the moment, and Beal shining brightly.
Miller on the wing. Leonard defending. Takes a three. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Big basket by by Sexton. You see why his team will lean on him in these moments. Wow, they needed a bucket, and Zubac answers the call big time.
Here's Charlotte, and so they choose to intentionally foul. And he commits the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that'll put him up 2. And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game.
Wow, huge trip there. Now you have got to defend that three-point line.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Beal, yes! Using that window!
Oh, timely one from Beal puts a smile on the coach's face.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
And no luck at the stripe this time. Second one won't fall. Sexton against Beal. And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Ooh, he knocks down the clutch free throw. He can't sink it, and that was an important free throw.
Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime.
Here we go.
The perimeter tandem, Sexton and Miller. Then there's LaMelo Ball. Then it's Mason Plumlee. And it's Salon in at the 4 spot. Leonard! Leonard! A threat from deep.
Well, ready on the catch. Your pre-shot preparation is on point. Kawhi, the catch and shoot.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Now Sexton. Beyond the arc. The 3 is in.
And guys, for Colin Sexton, it's really about taking smart shots because when he does, you can see he's got the ability to catch fire.
Beal surveying the D. Dunn left side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From 11 feet away. Good for 2.
Well, this is the sweet spot of Bradley Beal's game. That in-between, that mid-range jumper is money.
Sexton fires. Oh, the long ball, no good.
He probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Now Beal.
Well, Bradley Beal works so hard to find the opportunities on the offensive end. He knows he's responsible to carry the load.
Ball fires. Yes, sir. Ball hits a triple.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Brandon Miller. Ooh, missed on the tray. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 3-point game. And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul. LaMelo Ball is never rattled. Doesn't matter how close the score or what the situation. This guy unafraid of big shots.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Here's Beal. Plenty of space. It falls.
And coming down the stretch, you just can't afford that type of defensive breakdown.
And right now, neither side can get a stop. Looks like both coaches will have plenty of material for the film room.
And wouldn't you know it, they are going to review this.
The previous play is under review.
Yeah, the replay makes it obvious. I mean, he got that shot off in time. It should be an easy decision for the officials.
After review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
The points stay on the board. Can you believe this? We've got another OT.
Oh, I'll tell you, I like the way they made sure of it on replay, and the players are probably happy they got a few extra moments to catch their breath. They've already played a lot of basketball today with more to come.
Another tie, and we're going to have a second overtime. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. Hey, can't stop now. We're ready for another extra period. What a game of basketball this has been. Here we go. Zubac with a screen on Sexton. Beal fires. Cash from downtown.
Now, this is an example of where he's going. Bradley Beal getting it done in the screen and roll.
Collins rips down the board. Los Angeles leading by 3. Now Beal. Using the glass to lay it in.
He's been red hot. It's like one of those days when it seems like he can't miss.
And his shooting is the only reason this game is as close as it is. He's been Mr. Reliable offensively.
Knocks down the trifecta.
Well, there is a reason Brandon Miller is a high-volume three-point shooter. He can do some work out there.
Stolen by Miller. Now Ball. Miller outside. To take the lead. Money from 3.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page.
Folks, the energy he brings is infectious.
Outside ball. Now Sexton. From downtown. Oh, it's off. So it's all come down to this.
It's really that time where your leaders must step up.
Beal.
Yeah, zero fear in the clutch. Beal has seen everything in this league. They can't go empty on any of their possessions from here on out.
And no time to waste, not at this point in the game.
Oh, lots of drama in this game so far.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to the final buzzer.
First free throw is good, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, the crucial part of those free throws is that it now makes it a 2-possession game.
Timeout call, the Hornets. They're losing by 5. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
The strategy is simple. Get a quick score and foul right away.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
And now they foul and stop the clock. Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. So a close game sees the Clippers taking this one. Double overtime games are so grueling. And after this one, everyone, the officials, the...
Kawhi, as this team...
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is...